Hello everybody, my name is Brody and welcome back to my channel. This is the second tutorial of the Roblox scripting tutorial that I'm doing with Lua. In this tutorial we're going to be learning about parts and properties and like how to use them and how to reference and change the properties of parts in a script, which is going to be very cool. But before we start, make sure you like and subscribe and let's just get straight into it, not wasting any time. There's multiple ways of spawning in parts. You can go into workspace, press the plus and press part. Or you can, at the top here in home, you can press the button that says part and then a part will spawn. And there's probably other ways as well, but they're the only two that I know of currently. Now, what is a part? So a part is basically like a building block of your game. It's like the physical kind of thing that your player sees in a game. And you can do a lot of things with part. At the top here in home, you can see there's a move button. When you press that, these arrows come up with 3 axes. There's X, Y, and Z. So you can move it up, right, like just move it all around if you want. You can go on to scale, and that means you can scale the part to your liking, however you want the part to be. And you can go on rotation, and you can rotate the part however you want, like that. So you can do a lot of things with part, but that's not all you can do. There's other things you can do with parts. Called properties. So on the right here, a property is basically like a characteristic of a part. It's something that makes a part unique. So here on properties, you can see on appearance there's brick color, which is like the color of the part. There's like material, there's transparency, there's can collide, anchored. There's loads of different things that makes a part a part. And we're going to be learning about how to change them in a script today. So make sure you have a part placed down. And what I would do, I would rename it to something like my part or anything like that. And to rename it, you would just right click this and press rename or press F2 on it. So this is your part. It's called my part or whatever you wanted to name it. So when you go onto your script, you can't just do my part transparency equals 0.5. You can't do that, because it doesn't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, the script is wondering what the hell is my part. So to reference the part, you would have to go game.workspace. So game is the entire game, that's pretty obvious, and workspace is the parent of your part. It's where the part is. So you see on the Explorer it says workspace here. If you press the little arrow, you can see your part is in the workspace. So you have to do game.workspace and then whatever you called your part. So for me it would be my part. So that has referenced your part now. So now the script knows what my part is because it's found it in the game. So game.workspace.myPart, and then you can change any property of it. So let's just start with transparency. So game.workspace.myPart.transparency equals 0.5, and that's very simple. This script here, this line, when I press run, it should make the part transparent. Yep. See, it's quite transparent now. You can also do stuff like game.workspace.myPart.anchored equals true, let's say, and we can make it, let's just put our part in the air for a second. So this line right here means that the part won't fall when we press run. The part will stay in the air. And basically anchored, yeah, that's what anchored means. If it's anchored is true, it doesn't have gravity. If anchored is false, it does have gravity in like physics. The true or false values are called Boolean values, which is well, there's like quite a bit of types of properties. Like here you can see there's ones where you can pick something from a box. There's like tick boxes, there's 0 to 1 like decimal numbers, there's like the 3 coordinate numbers, there's loads of things, but anchored is a true or false, so it's like a tick box. When we press run, it should stay floating in the air, yeah, and it's also gone transparent because I made it that. But if we make it false, that means when we press run, the part will fall to the ground. Yeah, it's fallen to the ground. Now some other things do get a bit more complicated when you go into like colour and stuff, so let's just start with game.workspace.myPart, and then we're going to change the colour. So there's 2 ways of changing the colour, but I'll show you brick colour for now because that is the easiest way. It's like the most beginner kind of way. So if you do .brick color equals brickcolor.new, and then in the brackets put speech marks, and then you can change what colour you want it to be. So let's just say you can make it I don't know, let's make it olive. So now it will be a transparent olive part that falls. Yep. If you want to change the size and the position, that also gets a bit harder. You can do game.workspace.myPart dot, let's just change the size for now, equals, and now you're going to put vector3.new, and I'll explain why in a second. So vector3 is basically the 3 coordinates, like axes. So there's like along this way, there's along that way, and then there's upwards, isn't it? They're the 3 kind of, yeah, so axes. So in the brackets after vector3, you would put 3 values. So you would put, let's just do 5, 6, 3. So that would make quite an odd shaped part. So when we press play or run, yep, oh, where'd it go? Yep, here is our part. We've changed the size using a simple script. The position, it would be the exact same thing, game.workspace.myPart.position equals vector3.new, and then we can do, let's just make, we should make the position like really high in the sky, so we can make it 0, 50, 0. And when we go back on here, we can press run and it will spawn in the sky. Yep, it just fell down from the sky. That's cool. There's one more thing you can do, which is game.workspace.material. Yeah, myPart.material equals. Now, there's again 2 ways of doing this, but the most easiest way is doing enum.material. So basically, enum gives you a list of things that you can do, like change the material to. So when I press material dot, we have a list here, and we can change it to anything we want. So let's change it to like basalt. And when we go back onto here, press run. Yep. Look at this material now. It's like a weird kind of colour. It's quite transparent, so you might not be able to see it, but it's weird. And that is pretty much it to do with properties. I know that might look a bit complicated, but if you forget any of it, then just come back, watch the tutorial. It's not complicated once you understand it. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next tutorial, which will be moving on to debugging. And I know that sounds a bit boring, but then after that we will get into the fun stuff. So hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.